name is Chris Campbell. I'm a practicing CPA, and I work with small businesses and individuals to help them pay the least amount of taxes possible while keeping them out of jail. What I wanted to talk today about was workman's comp insurance. And this is just a warning to business owners out here, because I've seen this a couple of times where you have small businesses and you make that step when you're going to start hiring employees and you look to put them on payroll. And when I say employees, you're paying them via W-2. So not as a contractor where you have them on 1099 and you're not have the taxes taken out. So I'm referring strictly to when you have a payroll and you are withholding taxes from an employee's pay. One thing that gets a number of small business owners jammed up is they go ahead and they process the payroll, but they find themselves in trouble if they're in a state that requires workman's comp insurance. And it's the workman. Yeah, I'm based in the Northeast. I have a number of clients in the Northeast, and most of the states around here have a mandatory workman's comp. I know not every state has that, but for those that do, that tends to get some small business owners jammed up because they don't realize that they have to have workman's comp insurance. So once you put someone on payroll who is not an owner of the business, then you have to have workman's comp insurance. So what I've seen is they wouldn't do that, and then the workman's comp board would get knowledge of the payroll being processed. You get a nice little letter in the mail asking for proof of workman's comp insurance. And some states fine quite heavily. I have a number of clients in New York. I think it's $5,000 a month or something like that for every month or something like that. The penalties are very steep for not having the workman's comp insurance. So I really just wanted to provide a warning for business owners that you need to make sure that you have workman's comp insurance if you're in a mandatory state. So check on your state to see if you are in a mandatory, but go ahead and get that. Workman's comp is based upon the percentage of the payroll. So depending upon how physical the job is that you're doing, then the higher the rates are. So if it's more office or clerical or not necessarily any sort of manual labor, the rates are relatively low. But if it's quite physical, then it adds up. Just to give you a ballpark idea, I was in the health aid business, which you're assisting individuals physically, which is considered a pretty strenuous job, and the risk of your employees getting hurt is increased. I was paying pretty closer to maybe 5.5%, but say roughly about 5 to 5.5% of the employee's wages that I had to pay towards workman's comp insurance. So that's another thing that you'll have to consider when you're budgeting it out for hiring employees, is that because the way that most workman's comp insurance policies work, it is a percentage of the wages that you're paying that person. So keep that in mind when you're paying an employee. Factor that into an employee cost. That's all for now. Have any more questions about this or any other tax, accounting, business related questions, feel free to reach out. Happy to help. But that's all for now. See you on the next one.